In this video, I'm going to be going over the last problem in the assignment 11 notes. It's the one on with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It says use the Pythagorean theorem to solve one leg of a right triangle is 14 feet greater than the other leg. Hypotenuse is 26 feet. Find the length of the legs of this right triangle. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and draw a right triangle. Now, these are what we call the legs, these sides here, and then this is what we call the hypotenuse. So basically, if you square each of the legs and add them, that's equal to the hypotenuse squared. So let's go ahead and call the shorter leg x. It says the other is 14 feet. Well, one is 14 feet greater than the other. So if this is our shorter leg, the other one's 14 more than that. And of course our hypotenuse is 26. So basically we're going to square each of our legs. So x squared plus x plus 14 squared, and that's equal to 26 squared. Now I'm going to go ahead and simplify x plus 14 squared off to the side because it's a little bit of work. We're just going to FOIL. So we're going to end up with x squared plus 14x plus another 14x plus 196 when we FOIL. And let's combine our like terms there, and we get x squared plus 28x plus 196. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify the equation now. We've got x squared. Let's go ahead and replace x plus 14 squared with what we just got. And on the other side, when you square 26, you get 676. So if you look, we got some simplifying to do here. This is a quadratic equation, so we do want to get 0 on one side and everything else on the other. So notice we've got our x squared terms. There's a 1x squared and another 1x squared. That's going to be 2x squared. Let's go ahead and bring down the 28x. And then we want to get 0 on the right side, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract 676 on both sides. So you're going to end up with minus 480 equals 0. Now the numbers are kind of big here. If you wanted to, you could do the AC method on this here to try to factor this, but notice all those numbers, 2, 28, 480, those are all negative or even numbers. So let's divide everything by 2. So we're going to get x squared plus 14x minus 240 equals 0. Now let's go ahead and do the AC method. We need two numbers that multiply to negative 240 that add up to 14. And it just happens to be perhaps the first numbers you might think of. 10 times 24 would be 240, and in fact those are the numbers that are going to work. We will need to make one of them negative so that they multiply to a negative 240. And since the two numbers add to a positive 14, we should make the smaller one negative. So notice negative 10 times 24 does give you negative 240, and negative 10 plus 24 does give you 14. So, and this is a 1x squared, so we can actually use the shortcut here and just put in our numbers x minus 10 and x plus 24. And when we solve, if you set each of those equal to 0, you'll end up with x equals 10 and negative 24. Now, of course, the side of a triangle can't be negative, so we're going to throw out the negative answer there. Even though it works on our equation, it doesn't make sense for this problem. So the smaller leg here is 10 feet, and the other leg, the bigger leg, is going to be 14 more than that. So 10 plus 14, of course, is 24. And so you get 24 feet. And by the way, you could easily check this. If you square 10, that'd be 100, and square 24, and you add those two numbers, it should equal 26 squared, which we said was 676. So quite easy to check these. And that's it for this video.